off the trail that was kind of the last place we hadn't gotten to.
A family's dream vacation turned into a chilling nightmare when 23-year-old Amy Bradley vanished without a trace on a luxury cruise ship in 1998.
Chesapeake officials are preparing the execution of Glenn Rogers for the brutal murder of a local mother.
One moment, she was enjoying a night out with her family, and the next, she was gone. Despite hours of searching, strange encounters, and mysterious leads, no one could explain her disappearance. Was she kidnapped? Did she fall overboard? Or is there a darker truth hiding beneath the surface? Find out what really happened to Amy Bradley and the shocking twists no one saw coming. Family's holiday on the 21st of March 1998. The Bradley family from Virginia embarked on what was supposed to be the holiday of a lifetime. The family consisted of parents Ron and Iva, their 21-year-old son Brad, and daughter Amy, who was just shy of her 24th birthday. They were a close-knit family, but Amy and Brad shared an especially strong bond, almost like best friends. Amy Lynn Bradley was a talented young woman with a passion for sports. She had been a swimming instructor and athlete, earning multiple scholarships after high school. Amy was a sports science major, about to start her master's degree in sports psychology. The holiday offered a chance for her and her family to spend quality time together before she dove back into her studies. Ron had received the tickets as a gift from his work, and while the rest of the family was thrilled about the all-expenses-paid cruise, Amy was initially hesitant. Despite being a confident swimmer, she wasn't fond of the ocean. But after some persuasion, she agreed to go along. They boarded the luxury cruise liner called Rhapsody of the Seas, which was taking around 500 passengers from Puerto Rico to Aruba. This was meant to be the perfect vacation for the Bradleys, but little did they know, their dream holiday would soon turn into a nightmare. Amy's disappearance a couple of days into the trip, on March 23rd, the Bradley family enjoyed a formal black tie dinner on board. Amy, wearing her elegant attire, was receiving a lot of attention from other passengers and the crew, including the ship's band. She and her brother Brad had their official photographs taken together, dressed in their best clothes and posing along the ship's grand stairwell. After dinner, Iva mentioned that a waiter had approached their table, asking if Amy would like to join some of the staff at a bar on the mainland before the ship set off again. Amy was not keen on leaving the ship, and her mother shared her concerns. After discussing it, Amy decided she would stay on the ship, and they all headed to the ship's nightclub to continue the evening. Around 1 a.m., Ron and Iva decided to head to bed, while Amy and Brad stayed with the members of the ship's band. Amy's mother kissed her goodbye, told her she loved her, and said she'd see her in the morning. By 4 a.m., Brad, tired from the night, headed back to the cabin to join his parents. Amy was still there on the balcony, enjoying the quiet night air. But when Ron woke up just after 5 a.m., he found that Amy was no longer on the balcony. It seemed that in a span of just 30 minutes, she had disappeared without a trace. Her belongings remained in the cabin, but there was no sign of Amy anywhere on the ship. Suspicious leads panic quickly set in as Ron began searching for Amy. After an hour of looking, it became clear that she was nowhere to be found. Her family began to fear the worst, but there was still no official announcement about her disappearance. The captain of the ship had issued a call over the tannoy, asking for Amy to report to the service desk, but that yielded no results either. As the cruise ship docked at Curaçao, the family realized that passengers were now leaving the ship, making it even harder to search for Amy. With 3,000 people disembarking, the fear of her disappearance deepened. The crew began to search the ship, but despite hours of searching, no sign of Amy was found. Her mother, Iva, was convinced that Amy's disappearance was linked to the attention she had been receiving earlier in the evening. Then, a strange interaction occurred. The bass player of the ship's band, Alastair Douglas, approached Brad and expressed his condolences about Amy's disappearance. What was unsettling, however, was that no official announcement had been made yet, and only a few people, including the captain and the security team, knew about it. Brad was confused and concerned as to how Alastair Douglas knew about Amy's disappearance so early. Despite all the efforts, the crew concluded that Amy was not on the ship. With no clear answers and the ship set to depart, the family was forced to make the heartbreaking decision to disembark in Curaçao, stranded in a foreign land, and left to continue their search for Amy. False Hope, the Bradley family, devastated and desperate for answers, immediately contacted the FBI for assistance. the FBI instructed them to fly to St. Thomas and get back on the ship. They hoped that with the FBI's involvement, a thorough investigation could finally be conducted. The FBI quickly reached out to the cruise liner, only to uncover a disturbing fact. The ship's search for Amy had not been as thorough as they had been led to believe. Precious time had been lost. As the investigation began to gather pace, new leads surfaced. One of the photographers who had taken Amy and Brad's photos noticed something alarming. The photographs of Amy and her brother, which had been put up for sale earlier, were now mysteriously missing. Only their photos had disappeared, fueling suspicions that something more sinister had taken place. Soon after, two witnesses came forward with a chilling account. They claimed to have seen Amy early on the morning of her disappearance, exiting a lift and heading back into the nightclub with Alistair Douglas, the same man who had been seen interacting with Amy the night before. Alistair was now the last known person to be seen with Amy before she vanished. Despite these unsettling revelations, hope remained for the Bradleys when they were contacted by a private investigator named Frank Jones in 1999. Jones claimed he had strong leads and connections that could help find Amy, giving the family a glimmer of hope that they were finally getting closer to the truth. They felt encouraged, believing the efforts to bring Amy home might soon bear fruit. But little did they know, the truth behind Jones' claims would soon shatter their hope completely. Ongoing search as the years passed, the Bradley family's search for Amy grew more intense, yet the pain of not knowing what happened to their daughter never eased. In 1999, a new lead came to light when a local cab driver on Curaçao claimed to have seen Amy on the morning she disappeared. The driver described how a woman matching Amy's appearance asked where the nearest phone was. This account seemed promising, but after several more searches based on the driver's directions, nothing was found. Hope resurfaced in 2005 when a photo was anonymously emailed to the Bradley family. The photo showed a woman resembling Amy, listed on an escort website. A forensic detective, after comparing the photo with older images of Amy, declared it was indeed her. This revelation was enough to make the family believe that Amy might still be alive, trapped in an unimaginable situation. A further claim came in 2005 when a woman named Judy Mora alleged she had seen Amy in a department store bathroom in Barbados. Amy was reportedly surrounded by three men who were forcing her to comply with some deal. Judy tried to help, but the men quickly intervened, and Amy was pulled away. This was yet another lead that seemed to indicate that Amy was alive, but it was never confirmed. Despite these numerous sightings and photo evidence, no substantial breakthrough came. Amy's disappearance remained an unsolved mystery, and in March 2010, after 12 agonizing years of searching, she was declared dead in absentia. The Bradley family continues to hold on to the hope that one day, they will uncover the truth behind what happened to their beloved daughter. The FBI welcomes any new information that could help solve this case, hoping that justice and closure might finally be achieved. The disappearance of Amy Bradley remains one of the most haunting mysteries to this day. Could she still be out there, trapped in a dark world? What really happened that night? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Could the clues lead to answers? Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you never miss a story that keeps you at the edge of your seat. And don't miss our next video. The Vanishing of Asha Degree, a child lost in the dark, coming soon!